What's up, homie? In today's video, we're going to be digitizing this duck. I decided I'm going to take it a little bit slower. I'm going to break down the settings that I use, why I use it, and how it will help us get a efficient stitch out. So first things first is I always make a square or a rectangle, and then I put the size that I want it to be. So for this one, I want it to be like 3.9 by 3.9. 3.9, 3.9, hit enter. 3.9, 3.9, lock it, position it 0, so it centers, and then I press K on this. Actually, I put for the connector I put jump, just so it on the next one it's not doing a run, and I resize this so it fits inside of that square. So we're just gonna drag these points. Okay, now we got it inside of it, but I'm just gonna put 0. Perfect. I'm gonna press K on it, K on this. Okay, step 1 completed. We centered our image. We made it the right size that we want. Let me review exactly what tools we're gonna be using. We're gonna be using the run stitch and the column A tool. Okay, for my column A tool, I can have it as 0.50 for the spacing. But I want this outlines to be more dense, so I'm gonna change the spacing to 0.38. That way it stands out more. And I'm gonna give you guys a tip. So sometimes when I digitize, when I first started, when I did the fill stitch, I would do it like this, right? Let's say it would be filled out. Let me see, Shift M, here's the angle. I would have it filled out. Change this color, gray, change this to black. Okay, so when I would normally do it, I would, let's say my tatami was right here and my satin is right here, and it would look good on the software. Usually when it embroiders, and let's say I have all of these other objects first, it shifts and pulls. So when it embroidered, it would think it had to embroider like at this part, and then this part would leave me a spacing, right? And I would get so mad, like, what? I like compensated so much with the column A tool, and I try to take a more bigger chunk. That way I'm just like, there's not gonna be a gap. There's not gonna be a gap. But for some reason there was always a gap because of the shifting. So what I learned now is all we have to really do, like not have that issue, is if you have it not adjusted your settings for Wilcom, it would usually be 0.17. Usually I go up to 0.28. 0.30 is kind of like the sweet spot, but I prefer 0.23, 0.28. So for this one, we're just going to use 0.28 as the pull comp. We're going to save that. And let me see, the outline, special fill. Okay, so for the satin, for the column A, we're going to change this to 0.38 because I want it to be more filled out. But yeah, that's a quick tip that will most likely help you to not have gaps in your embroidery design. Alright, so let's also analyze the image of the duck, and we're gonna think, what should I do first and what should I do last? Remember, we're gonna try to check this image apart and see what's in the back and what's in the front. For me, this little body is in the back, the beak and the head is in the front. So for me, it'll be body, head, and the beak in the front because it's like in front of his face. And then lastly, obviously this wing. So for some reason, my column A is still 0.50, so I'm gonna change it to 38 and I'm gonna click save. I'm gonna start right here. Remember, left click is straight points, right click is to add a curve. Okay, let me see. We're gonna get to like right here. I usually like to make this endpoint when it's like two of them merge. If it's like doing the background part, I just like to make it smaller. That way when I do one over here, it overlaps it. And it's not too much when it's when the machine is running, it's not like this one's big. Let's say it's like this, and then this one goes over it. Sometimes having too much density on it will make the machine like stick to it and like sometimes even pull your fabric. So let me see, Control Z. I'm gonna delete this one. Save it. Okay, now we're gonna do the head. Mm, This is where it gets a little difficult. Well, not too difficult, but I usually like to okay, enter. So right here has like I guess like his additional hair. You could actually just end it right here. You could also use a run, and then we do the column A again. Enter, run, enter, column A. Stop it like around right here because this is gonna be the outline for the beak. Enter. Check this. Okay, this one covers over here, then this one covers that, and then this one covers it. Okay. Okay, so for me, for the beak, I would have to do the bottom part first, and then I would do the top part. So I would do the run stitch. Make it run over here. Actually, it has to be just run over here. Okay, we're gonna run over there. We're gonna get the column A again. Right click to make the curves. This part. Curve. I'll upload this file so you guys could download it, see the original file that I uploaded, and compare it to yours if you need to. Enter. So now I have this part filled out. Now we gotta do this wing and the eye, and change this to the color black. So far, so good. Okay, so from this one, I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna click connectors, jump. If you're not really sure what connectors are still, let me just give you an example. Let's say I make this object right here, and then have another object that's next. If I don't put a jump on it, when your machine embroiders, it's gonna do this. It's gonna do the your satin stitch, and then it do a run stitch. So from here, let's say starts right here, ends right here, right? Let's say I even change it down here. It will, when it finishes it where it ends, it will run across and continue your next object. So basically it'll be like this. Yes, basically right now what I did was I made my own run stitch to it, so it knew from here it would run to this one and it will keep going. But let's say if I didn't have that run stitch anyway, it would still have run through your whole design. So you gotta be careful when you don't put a jump stitch or when you do. See, this is a run, but if I change it to jump, it will trim it, and you can see this little dot right here. That's where it would have trimmed, and it would have gone to the next one. So for this one, we already put the jump, and when we're gonna start over here. Okay, for this wing, I'm actually gonna start right here because I feel like this is the end part. So column A again, right clicks, right click. I'm actually gonna end it like right here, and I'm gonna continue it. Enter. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do column A right here. I'm actually gonna end it right here. And I'm gonna do the run. Enter. Oh, that's too much. Great. Curve. I don't like that either. So yeah, actually I'm just gonna go ahead and complete this whole thing right here. Enter. But I'm gonna change this end one, H, and this red connect. Okay, so the green is start, the red is end. I'm gonna change it over here. I'm gonna use column A again, and I'm gonna finish this last part of it. Enter. So now I have this part of the wing. Again, change that to black. I'm gonna put the last one, and I'm gonna change it to connectors. Jump. Now I'm gonna fill out the whole body, and then we're gonna add the shading. And let's say like I'll just show you when I do it. Okay, congrats. We got the outlines done first. Now we're just gonna fill out the body. So we're gonna click on complex fill. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna show you guys something as well. So I could fill out the whole body, yes, but is that where is it? Okay, my bad. So I'm gonna click on this vector outline, and then what? Digitize open shape vector outline, and then I'm gonna draw like to separate the head from the body. Because if I can make it all one fill, but I want to give the head a different angle than the body. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on complex fill. I'm gonna separate the head from the body right here. So I'm gonna do the body first and then the head. So when I'm filling in the Tommy fill, I'm gonna try to keep it in the middle of these outlines. That way when it embroiders, there is no gap. Might have been too much. Okay, right here. Enter, enter, start, exit. And I'm gonna give it like this angle, Shift M. Remember, this is gonna go to the top. because it's gonna be before all of the outlines. So right now we have this running to this. I don't even need this border no more. I'm gonna click delete on this border. Okay, so let's say if I didn't change the connector from run to jump, I would have a run from this stitch to this outline. But it is gonna be a run because now it's gonna run from the body to the head. Now we just gotta do the head. And take a chunk of what you already embroidered with the body tatami. Stay in the middle. Okay, so again, enter, start, and then I'm gonna end it at the. I'm gonna end it at the bottom as well. I'm gonna give it a slightly different angle, and I'm gonna drag this to the top, and I'm gonna change from this one. It's gonna run from here to this one, but for this one, I'm gonna have to do a jump. So now we're good. Actually, you know what? I could even like a little bit 0. So I'll make this one flat and this one at an angle. Oh man, sometimes I feel bad because I be digitizing and I'm be like, oh wait, we could have done this. Okay, so I'm actually gonna add a hole, and let me see, I'm gonna add it right here. I'm gonna make we're gonna do a little we're gonna get a little creative with this simple design. Uh, this could be um a what is it called? A satin. Okay. Enter, enter. So we're gonna make this part um satin. So let me see. So this is the wing, and this is the wing. This part is a wing, and it's its own separate part. So I'm gonna make each one of these satin border, not satin border, satin fill. So now let's focus on this part still. So I'm gonna do okay for this one. I'm actually just gonna use the complex turning tool. So I'm just gonna still respect the lines. By the way, you know what? I've never really spoken about how I got started in embroidery, and my next video, I'm actually gonna do that. Never like formally introduced myself. So let me see. Okay, we got that one done. Now it's the next wing. I don't take too much of it. Enter, start, exit, give it the angles. Same thing over here. Oh, damn. Okay, so we gotta do this one. I'm gonna have to change the order anyway. So let's do turning. No, base. Enter, exit. Put this one over here as well. Enter, start, exit. Enter. Okay, so all of these are gonna be yellow. What how should I rearrange it? That's the main question. So from bottom to top, that's the way I see it. So this would be at the, let me see, this one would be at the top, and then it'll be this one. So click on it, click H, start, finish over here. Click on the next one, started, where is it gonna finish? I can finish it over here. That means this one would have to start over here, and it would end over here. And then this one would have to start over here and end wherever I want it. So I'll just put it at the top. Okay. So this one's actually on top. First, second, third, fourth. And then this one I would have to add a connector, jump. So this would be at the top over here now. Now we're good. That's how we're doing these wings. But I could actually change the spacing for those. Definitely to like 0.5 for the fill. That way it's not too thick. Or even 0.7, huh? I'm gonna leave it as 0.7. Okay, so we have that part down. Now we gotta make the beak. So the beak is orange. See, get another tool. So 5. I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna type in orange. Okay, so we're gonna click on it. Then we're gonna double click on orange. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna do the bottom part and the top part. So for this one, I'm actually gonna use the column A. I'm gonna start right here. I want to go too far first. We're backed up. Curve, curve, curve. Okay. So now I'm gonna hit enter. On my screen, change the spacing for this one as well to 0.7. Much 0.6, 5.5. Okay, I'm gonna change it to 5.5, and then I'm gonna end it over here. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna make it straight. Go over here, then start doing the curve. Oh, everything's covered. Curve, curve, curve. Okay, we're almost done. Curve, 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 curve. Okay, enter. See, so this one was 5.5. I might as well put 5.5 for this one. This one's gonna click on it. Connectors, jump, drag these to the top. So the outline is after it. So this is what we have right now. So we also have the eye right here. So for this eye, I'm gonna use the ring tool. Should I even use the ring tool? Nah, I'm not gonna use the ring tool. Okay, let me see. How do I want to do this? Tommy. Okay. Enter, start, exit, and give it angle. Shift M is gonna be black. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to give it like a slight 5. Yeah. Angle of 5. I'm gonna duplicate it. I'm gonna put the triple run. So it has like an outline because I don't want it to be a thick 2i. Nah, it's up to you, but yeah, the outline I'm gonna do a double run. But we also gotta finish off this little eye people. So I'm gonna do a star. See, It's gonna be white. I like to use the little star as the eye. So it will be first this fill, then the outline. Usually when it's like too thick, like this type of black, I would do the eye, the white first, but for less color changes, I'm just gonna leave it like that because this star isn't even gonna touch this. So that's what we have right now. Okay, so that's what we have right now, but we still have shadings. So we have the bottom shading, we have this shading, and then we have the shading for the beak, which is like if the light was hitting him. So, oh, and we even this part. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna select the white tool, might as well. I'm gonna go inside here, and I'm just gonna. I want it to like stand out, so I'm gonna. If I do it too close, the this black outline will cover it. So I'm just gonna obviously do a little bit more than what the image is. That's fine. And then the spacing, I'm gonna change it to like what 1.2, 1.2, 1, 0.8. Because I also don't want it to be like too thick. Okay, so from the eye, we gotta remember we didn't put. You see, this is a good reminder. I always like to work with the connectors as run because it will let you know if you did put a jump on it. Okay, so it's gonna jump from here to here, and I gotta finish out the other line. So this right here, see, okay. Enter. So we put on this one, we put a 0.8, so it should be 0.8 as well. This head, this beak, this is all connected. So let's do this one right here first. Enter, and do this one over here. So running over here. Okay, enter. All of this is gonna be 0.8, 0.8 jumps, and again before the outline. So drag it over here. There we go. And we still have this darker shade of yellow. So let me click on 7. Let me click yellow. Only one yellow? Let me check. I want it to be orange. I guess 1450. This is even darker. I might have to change it, but I'm gonna put the one I just clicked. 7. Okay, so column A, 7. Okay, this right here is kind of doing too much. Okay, there we go. Up this curve, straight, curve, straight, curve, curve, curve. Okay, curve, curve. Go enter, and then we do this part over here. Curve. Okay, enter. Okay, so now we have this. See both of them jump. The fill to point, what was it, 0.8? 0.8, probably 0.9. Put it on top of before the outline. Looks. Probably gotta go to with a darker shade of yellow. Egg yolk. Alright, egg yolk it is. Perfect. This is the image we have. Oh, look. You see how I move stuff around and the eye disappeared? Just change the order. Where is it? Okay. I'm gonna change the eye to be last. And see that nothing else changed. See, nothing else is wrong. Alright, there we go. We have our image of our cute duck. I'm gonna be making more tutorials soon. I just really haven't had time. I'm gonna start scripting. That way I present it to you guys better. Anything that you guys do want to learn, comment it. I got a couple of requests for how do you do pets, like cats and dogs. Me, I'm still learning how to do cats and dogs because of fur. But I'm gonna be making a lot more tutorials. Simple designs, probably just more scripted. That way I have a good order instead of like just going with it. But most of the time, if you watch my videos and you actually digitize, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna digitize something and you're like, oh no, wait, it could have been better. Like right here for the wings, I could have just done this all plain and made it Tommy, but little by little you just want to add more details to your designs. That way it looks more creative. Otherwise it's just gonna look all flat. And there's nothing wrong with it being flat, but if you do like detail and you want it to be more advanced, you gotta add details, of course. And my suggestion is don't ever be scared to like. Let's say I do the column A tool, but you're um, like oh I don't feel comfortable because I want it to all be like one smooth same length. Like me, something like the column C tool because I don't want to deal with like oh am I making it too longer than what I did before. And then it's like the column C tool, you basically tell it exactly how it is and it'll be one perfect shape. Don't be afraid to switch out or use the tools how you know how to use them. But at the same time, don't be afraid to learn. That's what my suggestion to you is. Because you can only learn by doing, and then you could only also learn by embroidering it out. Like if you don't embroider your lines out, and you think, I probably think like all of this came out perfect, but I'm gonna embroider it. I'm gonna probably show you on my next video, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, so I made my error here. This is what I'm gonna do next, or I like how this came out, and I didn't like how this came out. You just make adjustments as you go, and that's how you get to the level of being a good digitizer. Alright, well, for now, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm actually starting to read the comments more. I'm gonna do a video replying to all the comments I never replied to before. So if we left a comment a year ago, I might reply to it in the video now. Well, most likely I will. So thank you guys for the support. More videos coming soon.